But look, if you got any requests, comments, shout outs, or anything like that, make sure you drop the comment. Make sure you drop the comment. All right. We're going to get our special guest in here. Hello, hello, hello.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? You can hear me pretty good? Because I can hear you very well.
Good, good.
Okay, good. I'm glad you can hear me very well. You know how everything going with you today? I know we got another guest we're going to get tuned in with us. You know how everything going on with you today so far?
Everything is going good. Just living life, taking it day by day. Working from home, so everything that's even better. So everything is going great. How about yourself?
That's good. That's good. How you doing, Mr. Alvin?
What's going on?
Tuning in with us one-on-one live RaDeazy Herrin Drive.
What's going on?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. Man. Everybody, look, before we get started, look, I thank y'all for tuning in. Think y'all could be doing anything in the world, but y'all sat here right here one-on-one live. Y'all spent the whole hour gonna spend a little time with me. You know, I really appreciate that. But everybody in the world, right now, you're one-on-one live with RaDeazy Herrin Drive. We got in the broadcast studio, Minister Grace, Miss Lisa Nicole Richards, and Mr. Alvin Richard. I really appreciate y'all. Congratulations for being on the one-on-one live right there. Everybody out there, give them a round of applause. How y'all doing out there?
Good. Doing good.
Doing good. That's good. That's good. Like, look, I was very excited to get y'all on here because I feel like, the whole world needs to know, exactly, what y'all do. For me doing my research and the things that I know, what y'all doing is very, very beautiful, and it's very, very beautiful. And I can't really, explain so much about what y'all do. I know what y'all do, but what we're here for today is we want to discuss manners to grace. That's what we're gonna discuss today, manners to grace. If you mind, one of y'all, tell us a little bit about manners to grace. We're gonna start with Miss Alicia, then Mr. Alvin. We want to talk about tell us a little bit about manners to grace.
Okay, so first of all, thank you for having us on your live on today. I really appreciate this opportunity and to be able to discuss manners to grace. Manners to grace is really, I call it a ministry. Others may call it a business, but I call it a ministry because it's the upbuilding of God's kingdom. It is kingdom work. So I call it a ministry, but on the natural side, it is a business. And I came up with Manners to Grace God gave me the vision of Manners to Grace on last year in 2019. And he gave me that vision to be able to teach etiquette and teach manners to children, teens, and adults. And what Manners to Grace is a ministry, a foundation ministry that inspire, coach, and teach children, teens, and adults on proper etiquette and manners. And we also inspire children, teens, and adults to become the best version of themselves in both professional and social settings. So that's what Manners to Grace is. It is a foundation ministry that teaches and inspire all three categories of children, teens, and adults, because we don't want to leave out anybody, boys and girls, males and females, on how to become the best version of themselves when you going out the door from your home. It don't matter wherever you may go. So that's what Manners to Grace is.
Wow. That's beautiful. That's real deep with the etiquettes and things like that. Mr. Alvin, tell me a little bit about Manners to Grace in your perspective.
Yeah. Like my wife said, it's an honor to be on your show, RaDeazy. So we thank you for having Manners to Grace on your show, on your podcast on tonight. And Manners to Grace to me, just followed up with some of the things that my wife said is that we'll be teaching different subjects and different topics that some people may know about and some people may not know about. But the main purpose, and from my vision of the business, is to just give people more information on how they can become the best version of themselves in a professional setting, in a social setting, or wherever you may be, even just in your home with your family, with your family. We just want you to be the best version of yourself. So we'll be teaching different skills, life knowledge, different techniques that's gonna help you excel in life and help you to stand out and make just basically, being the best version of yourself in every area of your life, if possible.
Wow. Cause man, like that one thing about what y'all explained is I feel that that's needed. Like Ms. Lisa say, kids, teenagers, and adults. I feel like that the proper etiquette. Say the word for me.
Etiquette.
The etiquette to to life. That's all forms and ages and things like that. Everybody out there that's tuning in right now, you're here with Manners to Grace. If you're on Facebook right now, make sure you go follow Manners to Grace. If you're on Facebook right now or after the video, make sure you go follow Manners to Grace. They are doing some great things. They're doing some great things. Yeah. So when you talk about Manners to Grace, what age do you feel like people should start knowing about the proper etiquette and manners? What age you think you should start?
Well, from my perspective, and from my opinion, I believe that. Well, I start at the age 5. When as I teach, I start teaching the children at the age 5 and up. However, I believe it can start before then, because you have children that grows up in households who may not know what manners is and what manners mean. But I believe that it should start before the age 5, even when they're babies. I know when they're babies or toddlers, you can't really sit down and teach them. However, you can show them by your actions how you're responding to situations and how how you're acting yourself. Just like you children pick up on a lot of things. They pick up on what they see, not what you teaching them, but what they see. Babies have knowledge too as well. They have knowledge just like adults have knowledge, but they have baby knowledge as well. So they what they see is how they're going to respond and how they're going to act. So you have to make sure. So you as parents, or if you are a parent, we're not parents yet, but as parents, you should teach your children manners before as they maybe at the age of 2 or 1 or 2 or things like that. Simple thank you or yes ma'am or no ma'am, teaching them to say that. If they hear you saying that, then they'll pick up on that and say that as well. And it also goes on to watching what they see on TV as well. TV can teach them a lot of things, so that's why you have to be mindful what you plan in your household, because if it's not positivity, they're going to cling on to whatever they see. So I believe around the age of 1 or 2, whenever they should learn. I start at 5 because I don't think I can go that younger, but they should learn younger than 5 years old.
Younger than 5. Mr. Alvin, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with my wife. Yeah, I agree they should learn as soon as possible, teaching them yes ma'am, no yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, teaching them things like that, teaching them how to have respect for just for example, you got like a child, he's maybe 7 years old, and he invites his friend over to come play the video game. You can teach him, since you the host, you let your friend play the game first, and then you play. So just simple things like that, you can instill those type of those character traits into them at an early age. And as you just continue to put that in them, then it's gonna just continue. They just continue to build on that. So that's just gonna be basically those type of character traits. They'll just be natural to them. You won't have to tell them that. They're just gonna do it automatically. So the sooner the better, because that way you can keep putting things in there, more positive things, more manners, more techniques, more life skills that's gonna help them in the long run. So we want to put them put those type of techniques in them as soon as possible, because like my wife said, you know, it's different things they might be picking up inside your household. You might be picking up in somebody else's household. They might be picking up things on TV or at the school. So you want to kind of teach them what's the right way to do it, so that they can know. They won't be no confusion. They'll know exactly how they should carry themselves in, you know, every type of environment.
Man, and those are, you know, those are great response, and that's how I feel like when, you know, you should be able to teach your kids young, you know what I'm saying? You should be able to teach your kid at a young age, you know. My thing is, like Ms. Jaleesa say, one or two, the proper thank yous and things like that. Then as they get to the kid age, they actually know what's going on, how to clean up behind themselves, and actually get to the adult stage. Those things, when you start learning the proper way of being respectful and having manners, it'll teach you will go a long way. Definitely go a long way.
Yeah, they
See,
learn what they see.
yeah, exactly. More. So now working with now. Let me ask you. Like you said, you start working with 5-year-olds on up. You
Mhm.
know, what are some of the things when Minister Grace teach people, whether it's kids, children, adults? What are some of the things that Minister Grace going to teach them? What are some of the strengths that they will have after the class?
For example, I teach greetings and introduction. So I teach the definition of a greeting, because they need to know what a proper greeting is. You don't just go up to someone and say, "Hi, my name is Jaleesa." You have to acknowledge that person first. So, for example, I teach greetings. What is a greeting? The definition of a greeting and the words that you can say when you are greeting someone. And then I also teach how to introduce yourself to someone. So what are the strengths that in between those two topics, I teach eye contact and handshake, how to properly give a handshake, and what eye contact is, and how to do eye contact. So one of the strengths that they'll have from that is knowing how to effectively communicate, how to effectively have eye contact, and how to effectively give someone a handshake and allow that person that you are talking to feel respected and feel appreciated as well. So that's one of the strengths that they will have moving forward after a course or after a class.
Okay. Oh, and one thing about it, some adults don't even know how to shake hands and eye contacts and different things like that. So that does make sense. All ages can be a part of Minister Grace and what they do have to offer. I was going through a couple pictures and things like that, that y'all was working with some kids and actually teaching them the proper way to shake hands. You know, can you tell me a little bit about that?
That event was at First Step Learning Lab, LLC. The owner of that facility is Wanda Worley. She had a summer camp going on this summer for children, and she invited me to come and teach some of her children on different etiquette and different manner topics. And one of those topics that you seen on the screen was a greeting and introduction topic. We had different children to come up, and I showed them how to properly introduce themselves. Hi, my name is, what may I have your name, or what's your name? And I also taught them how to have eye contact whenever they are meeting someone for the very first time. And then I also taught them how to shake hands. And that was maybe last week or a few weeks ago, where my husband and I had did a summer camp at First Step Learning Lab. So that was one of the topics that we did. We talked about how to effectively do a handshake, how to have eye contact, how to look into that person's eye when you're talking to that person, and also how to effectively introduce yourself whenever you're meeting that person for the first time.
Mm. And you got to be able to know how to handshake. And Mr. Alvin, like, how is important, you know, when you was young, when did you start learning your proper manners and shaking hands, looking in person's eyes? How old was you when you started learning how to do that?
Well, I know I was at a very young age when I was taught yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, things like that. But as for the handshake and the eye contact, I'm not exactly sure when I started learning that, but I kind of feel like I should have learned it. I wish I would have learned it earlier so I could be more advanced with eye contact and with shaking hands, because I noticed kind of like in high school, we had to give presentations. I would kind of be nervous, during a presentation. I wouldn't really give the crowd the proper eye contact. I wouldn't, be looking into their eyes. So I think it's very important for them to start learning about eye contact, shaking hands as early as possible, so that way they can already be prepared for school situations, or even different organizations that that require eye contact, that they might have to get up and speak in front of a group of people, or even just going and meeting a different individual. You want to be able to present yourself the right way. So if you know how to do a proper handshake, a proper introduction, some children may not know how to do that, but if you know how to do that, then that person gonna remember you just because you gave that, because your first impression was so good. You gave an excellent handshake, you gave an excellent introduction. So we want to try to teach and let people know that it's very important to have these skills. So that's why we're gonna that's one of our passions, to to put these skills into the children as young as possible.
Perfect.
And also to add on, not just with children, for adults as well. You may be preparing for an interview, and you need to know the proper way to greet that the person that's interviewing you with a handshake. You don't want to just go in their office and just sit straight down. You want to know the protocol in the interview. So it doesn't just need to be done with children. It needs to be done with adults as well. Because you never know, you may be meeting the president one day. So you need to know how to introduce yourself. You need to know how to greet the president. You need to know how to do a handshake and all of those type of things effectively, because you never know who you may come in contact with or who may come in contact with you.
Good. And you're absolutely right. Interviews and things like that, it's like more like a first impression.
Mm-hmm.
Manners to grace remind me like a first impression.
Mm-hmm.
And first impression will bring you a long way. Like we say, eye contact. When you sit down, firm handshake, looking them directly in their eyes, and to get them taught at a young age. If parents, if you out there and you watching right now, y'all make sure y'all go contact Manners to Grace at Gmail to teach you, your children, adults, grandmas, grandpas, and anything like that. They can be able to help you out. Y'all make sure y'all go Manners to Grace at gmail.com. Y'all make sure y'all go reach out to them for anything right now. Y'all make sure y'all go do that. Also, right now, what I want to know is, when you say, Manners to Grace, what do you want people to think about when they hear Manners to Grace?
I want them to think about standing out from the crowd. I want them to think about being charming in every area of their life, being polite in every area of their life. I want them to think about, how can I stand out from this person? Or how can I stand out from that person? I want them to think about, how can I become a little bit more positive and more elegant in different situations. So that's one of the things. That's the thing that I would like others to think about when they hear Manners to Grace. Like, I want to learn about Manners to Grace. I want to learn about manners, because I haven't. They may say I've never been taught manners, or they may not have ever been taught manners growing up, or parents may have taught manners or tried to teach it, but didn't have the time to teach it, or things like that. So I want them to be able to have that mindset of wanting to learn about manners and learn how to stand out from the crowd and learn how to be their own individual person through their manners and through their grace.
Cool. Okay. That. And Mr. Alvin?
Yeah. Let me just go get my wife to just kind of talk about, what's about the title how you came up with Manners to Grace. I believe this would be a good time for you to kind of explain, what does Manners to Grace mean? Like, what does it exactly mean? So just talk about that a little bit if you can, babe.
Well, Manners to Grace, well, I wanted something that had the word grace in it. The word grace, GRACE. I wanted something to have the word grace in it because grace means poise, it means charming, it means fluency, it means elegance, it means politeness, and I wanted something to have the word grace in it. But then I also wanted something to have the word manners or etiquette in it. So I was like, okay, well, how can I put the two together to have manners in it and to have grace in it as well? And I had a coworker last year who helped me actually come up with uh, this title. And because I was telling her, I said, I want something that has grace in it, then I want something that has manners in it as well. So I came up with manners first because to be first because I'll be teaching the manners, and then once others learn manners, they'll be in the place of grace, meaning politeness, charming, fluency, elegance, poise. They'll be in the place of grace. So, and how can I tie manners and grace with each other? So I came up with two. So instead of having the word two, TO, I came up with the number two because you'll have both of those things. Like once you learn manners, you'll have manners, and once you learn manners, you'll be in a place of grace. So it'll be manners to grace. You have two things, manners and grace at the same time. So manners to grace is how I came up with manners to grace.
So. Mr. Al, that is powerful. That is powerful with the number two. You know what? Now I see with the number two in there because you could easily put TO, and that number two actually means something. You know what I'm saying? It actually means something, So that's that's very unique on how God put that on your heart and your mind to actually come up with the name, and how your friend, kind of helped you out with it. So you came up with the idea of Minister Grace, right, Ms. Lisa, first, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, now when you introduced it to Mr. Alvin, your husband, you introduced it to him, right?
Yes.
All right, now, Mr. Alvin, when she was introducing it to you with the idea, was you like, all right, babe, whatever you down, I'm down with it, or did that inspire you deep down inside to be like, you know what, we got something good and gold? Because people that's in a relationship may be down for something that just because you're my husband, my wife, or my, whatever it is, I got to do whatever you want me to do. So how did you take that when she came to you?
Yeah, when she first told me about about her vision, when the Lord put this vision on her mind, we had a deep conversation about it, and as she was telling me about it, I was just thinking about different topics that she was talking about, the different ideas that she was bringing out. I was just thinking how those things are so important, and how those things can really help people and benefit people so that they can be more successful in life. And so with that being said, my character trait is I really like to help people. I really like to see positive things going on. So when she told me that was just that really did inspire me, because I just felt like that's just something that it's gonna be a really powerful business, a really powerful ministry to help people in a family life, help people in a social life, help people in a professional life. So I just really enjoyed. I was just really glad when she told me about this vision, because I know it's really powerful. And then also when she told me the title about Manners to Grace, it just made sense to me not automatically, but I understood what the title was saying. The first time she explained it to me, it made a whole lot of sense, because like she said, you're going from manners to a place of grace. So it just made, it automatically just made sense to me. So, I know this is the perfect title for our business because of the things that we're teaching, and because because it's the perfect title for the mission that we're trying to establish from our business.
Right.
Also
Right.
want to add on as well what my husband said when I came to him with the vision that God gave me with this ministry. He could have easily said no. Well, I don't want you to do it, or I don't think this would be a good idea, or you on your own, you can do it by yourself, or anything, something like that. He didn't have that mindset. He didn't have that aspect of it. He immediately jumped in and was like, okay, well, what do you need me to do? How can we achieve these goals and things like that? So that's why it's important to have a significant other that has the same mindset as you to reach your goals, because he could have just pushed me out in the island and had me drowning by myself, but instead he pushed me and he motivated me to, do this, because I wanted to bring this to my community. Because I don't believe. I mean, I'm sure we're teaching it to our children. I'm quite sure we're teaching it. However, I wanted to bring it to our community, to open up a different thing outside of other things that's being taught, because we can teach at least a lot of things that children are getting exposed to these days.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
Yeah.
things negative things that they're being
Yeah.
exposed to these
Yeah.
days. I wanted to come in on the positive side to bring something to their attention on the positive side for the upbuilding of the kingdom of God. So this was all because of this is, like I said in the beginning, it's not a business for me, it's a ministry for me, because it's for the upbuilding of the kingdom. This is for the kingdom. Even though the word manners is not in the word of God, but it's teaching about love and kindness. It's teaching about treating people how you want to be treated. And that's why I wanted to do this ministry, this business, Manners to Grace, because I know I myself, I've been taught manners since when I was young and things like that. And my husband is very mannerable as well. So I was like, okay, we can do this together. We can make things happen together, because it's not like you don't know anything. It's not like I don't know anything. So we can put our ideas together and make it possible.
You're right. It's like the saying say, dream work make the team work. Dream work make the team work, and that's kind of beautiful, and it makes the business more stronger when you got a right hand. When you got a right hand man, it makes the business more powerful when you got two powerful brains that's putting it together in a gumbo. You know what I'm saying? And so just a name, Minister Grace, can go a long way. It's gonna go a long way. Now, the effort and the time that y'all put in it is gonna determine all that. And I feel that everybody in the world should be a part to Minister Grace. So how it's important to have, I know you spoke about, Christ and things like that, and how it's important to have Christ, spiritual things, into this. How it's important.
So you want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
So
I'm
we
sorry.
gonna miss the Alvin the trip. We gonna miss the Alvin.
Okay, all right. I guess okay, I handle that. So yeah, it's kind of just how my wife was talking about, treating others how you want to be treated. It just they kind of go, they got kind of go hand in hand with manners, how you supposed to present yourself. Not just because somebody treats you one way, it doesn't make it right for you to treat them that exact same way. So if you know the word of God, then Manners to Grace is going to kind of tie right into the things that we're going to be teaching, those type of character traits, those type of attitudes, those type of mindsets of that I gotta just because somebody do me wrong doesn't mean it's right. It's okay for me to do them wrong. I gotta show love even if somebody not showing love to me. If somebody, hating on me and trying to down talk me, talking negative about me, it's not right for me to go and still talk negative about them. So it's just, just showing you how to be more mature, how to advance more, just to walk away from situations. People might say that you scared and, try to instigate and get you to try to retaliate, but Master Grace is going to bring you to this mindset, this place of grace where, that don't even matter that, that you kind of wasting my time talking about foolishness things when we try to get to this place of grace where we can be successful, where we can be advanced in different areas, to where we can be leaders and not just followers. So Minister Grace and Christ and Christianity to go hand in hand, because Minister Grace is kind of based off of the principles from the Bible. So that's what I would say.
Great way. You got anything to add, Ms. Jaleesa?
It also shows, like I said, like he said, maturity. It allows you to advance in different areas, because sometimes we want to retaliate right then or say something back right then, but manners to grace will actually help you, on that journey. It will help you on that journey. Then we're living in days and times where people always want to get even. They want to get even. You say something about me, I'm gonna say something about you. You do this to me, I'm gonna do this to you. People want to get even, and instead we want to have a different perspective and have growth in different areas. It's about growth too. We all learning, we all growing, we all have growth in different areas of our life, but it's about growth in different, growth in the treating people the way you want to be treated perspective. So it's about maturity, and it's about growth.
Maturity, and I think everybody should want to grow it, like spiritually. They should want to go physically, mentally, financially. Growth, manners to grace, grow. All that it just sucks everything in. It's nowhere around it. It's nowhere around it. Everybody got to know something about manners, and everybody got to know something about grace. Like, what are some of the goals that Minister Grace want to achieve? Like, what are some of the goals and things that y'all want to accomplish together as a team that can change the environment, change the community? What are some things that y'all looking forward to want to do?
Some of the goals that I'm sorry, you can
Go ahead, you guys.
Go ahead. We're gonna let Ms. Jaleesa, you can answer, and then we're gonna let Mr. Alvin go.
Well, some of the goals that we have right now is to start with our community first. We always want to start home first. So we wanted to start in our community first, whether it's at different youth organizations, church, schools, private schools, whatever, start home first and then expand and grow from there, because you never know where God may send us. We may be in California somewhere doing it. I don't know. I have no idea. All I can speak from is for today. We just want to start here first, and some of the things that we learn and have in ourselves, be able to pour into other young people or pour into other individuals on what we know about manners. Because some people may already know about manners, or may say, well, I already know about manners, you don't have to teach me. But we're targeting the ones who may not know, and who may need a memory refresher on what they're supposed to do to prepare for certain occasions and certain things. So God may have a purpose. God has a purpose, may have a purpose for us, but right now we're just going to start here in the community, and if God allows it, we may be somewhere else doing it, so it's just our goal is to be here, right here in the community, teaching different, like I said, different organizations, different, because it's not just only, we're not just targeting the church. This is not just for the church. This is for everyone. This is for everyone. Young, older, middle age, teenagers. It's for everyone. We do not discriminate against anyone, so it's for everyone. So our goal is to stay here in the community, and then God may have a purpose and may say, well, I don't want y'all here in the community anymore. I want y'all somewhere overseas. I mean, I accept that in Jesus' name, but I don't know. So we're just taking it day by day, because we started this, like I said, this year, in 2020, we launched it, and we just taking it day by day. Wherever God lead us, that's what we're going to follow.
Mr. Alvin, how can you add on to some of the achievement that Minister Grace that you would like to have?
Okay, yeah, I would say some of the goals, like my wife said, we want to start off here, here locally, and in Picayune, the Picayune local area, and eventually we want to expand, but at the same time, we want to, like you said, we not only just want to work with the church, but we want to work with, we want to work with schools, or we will be willing to work with like different organizations, for example, Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts, or whoever is welcome to take in our services, to take in our expertise in these areas. Whoever is welcome to use our service, we'll be welcome to come to them. We not just focus on one race, the African American race, but we focus on all races. It doesn't matter what your race is. We want to work with everybody. So anybody is welcome to Marriage to Grace, because the skills and the things that we'll be teaching is for everybody, just not for one race. It's just not for one group of people. And like my wife said, it's not just for people in the church. It's for anybody who wants to better themselves, anybody who wants to have more life skills to get better at their craft, to sharpen their skills, to do better on a job interview, to do better with oral communication, whatever, the things that we offering, the different subjects that we're offering. We want people to learn these things. And like I say, some of the goals, we want to, hope, the Lord's will, we want to expand, not just in Mississippi. We want to be in this, throughout the entire United States. And like I say, even if we may go over out of the United States, wherever the Lord leads us. And I guess, some of the goals is, this information is very important. So we want to get this information across to people, so that the people that's receiving this information, they can do even greater things than what me and my wife have accomplished. We want to see the next generation go higher and higher, and then next generation pass it on to the next generation. So we want to just have this thing continue and go with a whole bunch of positive. We all about positive vibes. We all about positive things. We all about upbuilding and working together. So we just want to, me and my wife, we were very fortunate. We grew up in great homes, great environments, and even though our parents might not have not had the best opportunities, they always made sure that we had the best opportunities. So we want to in return, thank our parents and thankful for everybody that's been involved in our life. And we want to give back to the community, like we want to give back to Picayune. We want to give back to anybody who's willing to accept our help. We want to give back so that people can get better. They can better themselves, and then they can give back to others. So we just want to, like I say, just continue to encourage positivity and continue to encourage learning and just getting better in different areas of your life, so that you can be a better version of yourself in whatever area of life it may be. So that's just one of the goals I believe we have for Marriage to Grace as well.
Good. And once both of y'all put goals together, like you got your own goals and she got her own goals, y'all put them together, y'all gonna be so high like cloud nine. Y'all be so far up in the sky to where just like anything is possible. I believe that anything is possible. I believe you gotta believe in yourself, believe in your business, anything like that. We have somebody out there that want to know: do y'all do groups and private sections? Y'all do private sections?
Yes, we do groups, and we do private sessions. We do both groups and private sessions. Private session is really encouraged right now because of the COVID-19 that's going on, the pandemic and things like that. Private session is really encouraged. However, if they do want us to come to speak to a group, then we'll be more than happy and more than welcome to come and speak to a group. But of course, we'll use proper social distancing and proper guidelines, CDC guidelines as well. But we do both groups, and we do private sessions as well.
Okay, so private sessions is available. Also, group sessions is available. You can also email ministergrace@gmail.com. They would definitely you can link up with them, and they would definitely see what they can work out. Also, you can follow them also on Facebook at Minister Grace. Right now, make sure y'all go do that. Now, you were speaking about the COVID. We're slowing things down. How did COVID affect or help or hurt Minister Grace? Was it a good? I don't say whether it was a good thing, but how did that play a part with Minister Grace with this COVID?
Yeah, I'll go with that question first. And like you say, COVID. This is just a very trying time, and me and my wife, we give our greatest compassion and sympathy for anybody who may have lost a loved one, or even someone who may have lost a job and are going on hard times because of COVID. We have a lot of compassion and sympathy for you, and we definitely have been and will continue to be praying for you. And even the high school graduates, the college graduates, they weren't able to get they enjoy that moment right then. But that's just a one that's just kind of like a discouragement. But don't let that stop you. You still continue to go on, cause still continue to that's kind of letting you know that you can overcome really any challenges that you may face. You overcame COVID. You wasn't expecting this. You had to adapt. So just don't let COVID stop you. Don't let anything stop you. It's just something that we are learning to adapt with and continue to move on and push forward. But I would say for Minister Grace, just on a personal note, that COVID has kind of helped Minister Grace, and that's because it has given us more free time. Because me and my wife, we are involved with different things. We involved with different organizations, but due to COVID, a lot of things that we are involved in, or they're not meeting right now, or things are still shut down, so we're not able to go as many places as we did at one point. So COVID has given us a time to kind of just have Minister Grace start just take off running, as in with the planning, with the bringing together different information technology, PowerPoints, even as just going higher with the business plan of our vision, just giving us even more time to brainstorm and just to think. So I would say COVID has helped us, has helped Minister Grace just on a personal note. COVID has been a positive thing for Minister Grace.
Yeah, and just wanted to add on, it as things have started slowing down earlier this year, it was giving us a time to be able to focus on our business, focus on Minister Grace. And as things started slowing down, I started working from home full time and from my job, and we started working from home full time, and we still to this day still working from home full time. And my husband works from home sometime, and it was giving us that opportunity to be able to research a little bit more, to be able to study a little bit more, be able to get involved a little bit more with different things that we wasn't involved in. We were able to have that time frame, to a lot of more time to be able to write down ideas, think, have that time to have quiet time to just meditate and think on things. So that COVID actually helped us in a way for the business side of things.
Yeah.
As he said before, our hearts go out to the ones who may not, may have lost a loved one during COVID or lost their jobs or or something like that. Our hearts really go out to you, but on the business side, for us, it actually helped us because it's helping us gain more ideas, gain more visions, and gain more, goals to reach, and allow us to write down, okay, how are we going to reach those goals and things like that. So COVID really actually helped us in a good, positive manner.
Yeah, I think that COVID should have helped a lot of businesses,
Yes.
and I'm glad that y'all took COVID not as a loss or as a, oh man, y'all was able to adjust, think things out, think things differently. Now you'll be able to execute in a proper way because the time you had to actually gain the knowledge into Minister Grace. So when you're doing private sessions and group sessions and going to, in front of big crowds and, may God bless y'all to get achieve the highest goal that y'all want. What are some of the topics that y'all cover?
Some of the topics that we cover in Manners to Grace is we talk about dining, because sometimes when people think etiquette, They just think dining. They think what side the fork go on, what side the spoon and knife go on. It's not just about that. Manners and etiquette goes beyond just dining. But one of the things that we do talk about is dining, table manners. But we talk about table manners before we talk about dining, because you have to know table manners before you dine. Before you eat, you have to know table manners before you sit down at the table. So we talk about we offer those table manners and dining. We also offer greetings and introduction, how to properly introduce yourself, how to what to say in the introduction, how you introduce someone to someone else. We talk about image and attire, how to carry yourself, how to dress for different occasions. We also talk about honoring your body for males and females. We have to know how to honor our body and realize that our bodies are a temple of the Holy Ghost. So we have to know how to honor our body. And we also talk about chivalry, how men supposed to open and close a door for a woman, and all of those type of good things. We talk about interview. We offer interview technique and resume writing as well. I work in human resources at for the Department of the Navy at NASA, Extended Space Center, Mississippi, and I'm a human resource specialist. So we offer resume writing and techniques, and we also offer interview techniques, how to prepare for an interview, and we also offer job application 101. Those who may not know how to fill out a job application, the do's, the don'ts, the pros, and the cons of how to fill out a job application. We talk about self-esteem for people who may be struggling with their self-esteem. We talk, about personal hygiene, anything that anything related to that matter of how to better yourself in a positive way. We talk about those things. We offer those different topics as well.
Oh, those are great. And like I said, children, babies, adults, the grown adults, all of them should be a part of that. All of them should be a part of that. Right now, everybody out there, I need y'all to go follow Minister Grace right now on Facebook. Look, right now, if you out there and you want your, your child or anybody, you resume writing, the things that she just offered, make sure y'all go email ministergrace@gmail.com right now. Don't be scared to reach out. Don't be scared to reach out. They got something great they want to offer.
Yeah, I just want to say this right quick too. Yeah, we definitely want to, encourage you to reach out to Minister Grace, because we have a lot, like I say, to do better. You got to know better. So we trying to offer this knowledge to you, so that you can better yourself. So you might be, in an interview, we're gonna teach you. You're not never supposed to answer a question by saying I don't know. They might ask you a question that you don't know. You're not never supposed to say I don't know. So you might be saying, what should I say? That's a good question, but you got to reach out to us first. Email us or write us on Facebook, and then we'll be able to provide you with the information. But we got a lot of knowledge. We got a lot of good points that's gonna help you better yourself. So, like he said, don't be afraid to reach out. Don't be ashamed. The more knowledge, more power. So that's one thing we got to learn, and don't be afraid of is getting more educated about things. So we just want to encourage you to reach out. Email us or reach out to us on Facebook. We here to help. We willing to help. So we're good people to work with. So we looking forward to hearing from you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, most definitely. Now having a business, husband and wife in a relationship. Tell me, how are y'all able to balance business with Minister Grace? Y'all solo individual time, because I feel like people should have that. Going to work and spending time with each other. How are y'all able to balance all that out in such a 24-hour day? That's a lot.
Well,
Then you got to sleep.
Yeah, you do have to sleep. Well, I'm gonna say this first. We don't have any children, so we don't have any children just yet. So we don't know how things may go in the future. But we're talking about the present right now. So we don't have any children. We both have, like I said, we both have jobs. And before then, we were traveling a lot, and we still are traveling. My husband he's always out, and he's traveling as well for his job. I was traveling as well for my job, and So we wasn't able to, if we were going to start a business then, we wasn't going to able to do it because we were always gone. Either he was gone and I was at home, and then when he would come home, then I have to leave or something like that. So we wasn't really we didn't have the time to do it if we were to do it on last year or the year before last or something like that. But how we balance it is, like I said, we don't have any children. But the first things first, you both have to have the same mindset. You both have to have the same passion and the same mindset first. So we know where we have a line where, okay, this is our personal time and this is our business time. We make sure we make time for each other where we go out on dates. We spend time with each other at home where we may just do a random movie night at home. We make sure that even when we out on dates, sometimes we may talk about the business a little bit while we out on dates, but we make sure that we balance our time accordingly on the marital level to where we're not spending so much time on our business that we forget the intimacy of the marriage. So we try to make sure that we stay on one accord, because they're just like I said, when he would travel, right before he traveled, I dedicate my time to him and him only. I don't even hang out with friends or family or things like that. When he get ready to go on the road, I make sure I dedicate that time to him. Because if he's not sleeping in the bed that night, that means that he's not going to be at home. So I'm going to make sure I dedicate that individual time for him and not anything else, business or anything else. Yeah, it's good to make money, but your marriage come first, your household come first. So we try to make sure that we balance that, and it's the same, on the other way around too. So we try to make sure that we balance in our work life, our social life, our married life, and our business life accordingly as well. Like I said, we don't have little ones running around right now, but I can't speak about the future. I can only speak about August 3rd, 2020.
So
Yeah,
Alvin,
yeah, and I would just add too, that we also too, we try to kind of do a evaluation, maybe a weekly or even sometimes I try to do a daily evaluation of how can I, manage my time a little bit better than I did the day before. So that I am making sure that I am, doing things for my job. I am doing things with my wife, and we are doing things with our business, trying to go higher in our business. Me and my wife, she's an alumni of University of Mississippi. I'm an alumni of Mississippi State University. So we both work in career fields where the work is it's not just easy work. So we got to kind of put a lot of effort into our job, and sometimes it takes a lot out of us, but we still at the same time we got to balance that to make sure that I'm still giving my wife the time that she needs, the attention that she needs, and that she's giving me, vice versa. And then I would just also to encourage, the males too, sometimes it's good to maybe look what you could do better to accommodate your wife, or something that you can kind of do to improve the marriage. So always look for things that you can do better. Don't just get complacent. Don't just get stagnant and just doing the same thing. Look for different ways where you can better your marriage. So that's where that self-evaluation I was talking about come in, that you kind of doing a check to say, oh, I can do this better, or I can do that better. I didn't handle that situation right. I should have spoke up and said this more effectively to my wife, or vice versa. So that's just how we kind of do it. And like you say, sometimes we even plan date nights, we'll plan trips. So we just even plan time so that way we can focus on the business and that we can focus on our marriage as well. And sometimes for the business, we might have a deadline that we need to meet. So we'll have to kind of to crunch and focus more on the business at that one time. But once that deadline is over, then we'll take some time for ourselves. So it's just all about balancing it, and not putting one thing higher than the other.
Wow. And I think that's great. Go ahead.
I say something too. He said University of Mississippi. It's University of Southern Mississippi. Southern Miss to the top. So let's make that clear, honey. It's University of Southern Mississippi, not Mississippi University or University of MTTT.
Oh, that's cool. So you attended what college you attended, Mitch Lisa?
I attended USM, University of Southern Mississippi, and he attended MSU, Mississippi State University. So ask who's better, University of Southern Mississippi.
Well, then they play against each other?
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm sure we won if they did play against each other. I'm not sure. I'm not into football like that, but I'm sure we won.
Yeah, all thing y'all can beat us at is a chess match.
That's it. Hey, you better tell him, like, hey, football season coming on. Not football season coming back around. So now y'all got to squeeze that in there. You got to balance that out. You got to squeeze that in there because it's coming on. It's coming right around the corner. Come right around the corner. Yes,
he wants to go to Mississippi State University. So I guess I'll take that ride and look at trees.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna be looking at. You know, and my thing is that's very important on how to manage time. Managing time, anything that you do is very important. And like Mr. Alvin say, he was doing his self-evaluation once a week, then he changed and said, you know what, I try to do it every day. And that's something that I need to learn myself and take that in consideration. And I appreciate that through self-evaluation of myself, you know, with anything that I do, to try to do it better. I think that's very important with everyone to try to self-evaluate yourself at least once a day. It don't matter what you do or how you do it, whatever it is, take something and try to better yourself with it, you know. But like I said, you know, everybody out there right now, if you following, make sure you go follow Facebook, Minister Grace. Make sure you share this video right now. Also, for the teaching of anything that they have to offer, make sure you go find email ministergrace@gmail.com. Like they both say, don't be scared to reach out. Like I'm saying, don't be scared to reach out. Email anything, you know. Reach out them on Facebook. Reach out them at on the email. Anything right now.
Can I give I wanted to shout out Mind Your Manners Etiquette School. That's where I gained my certification from. So I am a certified etiquette consultant. I am certified to teach etiquette from, and I gained my certification from Mind Your Manners Etiquette School. So I am certified to teach it. We're not just teaching just to be teaching. Even though, you know, we know some things. We still growing. We don't know everything. We still growing. And we still have a lot of learning that we have to learn as well.
Yeah.
I am certified to teach etiquette, and I am certified to teach different topics as well. So just reach out to us anytime. Feel free to reach out to us. And we also, if you do not email us, you can also inbox us on Facebook as well.
Yeah, most definitely. Use that inbox button right now. If some of y'all that follow Minister Grace, use that inbox button. Do not be scared. Do not be scared to reach out to them. Do not be scared. Now, I really appreciate y'all spending y'all time 1 hour out this day. Y'all could be doing any other thing. See how y'all just balance that out? That's great. Y'all just balance an hour out the day to do something for the whole world to know about Minister Grace. And that's the purpose of here today, is for the whole world to know about Minister Grace. Now, what are some of the business, real quick, what are some of the business hours? What are some of the business hours that people can reach out to you at?
You can actually reach out to us anytime. We do core business hours just as like a regular business, anytime between 8 and 5. Like I said, back to the balance. We don't want to be answering questions at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, because that's the time that we spend with each other. So anytime between those core business hours, 8 to 5, 9 to 5, anytime between those times, 8 to 5 or 9, you can reach out.
As long as you reach out to them, if you feel like you got something on your mind at 1 o'clock in the morning, they'll reach back out to you. If it's that important, they're not turning down no requests after a certain hours. Just reach out to them. That's all you got to do. Just reach out to them. Yeah. Since we're getting around that last little leg of the one-on-one live RaDeazy Herrin Drive, like I said, I really appreciate, you know, for Minister Grace to actually be on the show tonight. And I definitely learned a lot myself, and I'm pretty sure everyone else did that actually tuned in. And everyone else that actually tuned in gonna share this video. Ain't that right, y'all? And y'all gonna share this video. Y'all gonna support Minister Grace. Y'all gonna do that. But before we get out of here, I got 2 questions. This is what I like to do at the end of the segment of the show. We're gonna give both of y'all 30 seconds to answer 2 questions. We're gonna ask 1 question first. You know, I'm gonna give Ms. Jalecia a chance first, then Mr. Alvin, you're gonna get a chance. We're gonna get 30 seconds apiece. Then after that, we're gonna move on to the next question. before we get out of here.
Okay.
All right. Now, this is the thing. This is what we're going to do. Miss Alicia, what would the new you tell the old you to get with the new you at today?
What would the new me tell the old me to get to where I am today? The new me would tell the old me is to find a mentor, someone that can mentor you on the positive side, but find a mentor, get a personal mentor and also get a business mentor, especially when you getting a little bit older and you decide I want to have a business in this. Get you a business mentor, but also get you a personal mentor as well that can lead you and guide you to a positive road. So I would tell the old me to get a mentor.
Okay. Mr. Alvin, what would the new you tell the old you to get with the new you at today?
Well, I would tell the old me to use my time more effectively. Sometimes I kind of felt I might have didn't manage my time as good as I should have, and I might have missed out on opportunities, or opportunity might present itself, but I wasn't as prepared as I could have been if I would have been using my time more effectively. So use your time very, very effectively. And also I would say come out your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to try new things. It's a lot of opportunities out there. So come out your comfort zone and meet new people, go new places, join different clubs. So that's what I would say.
Great answers. All these was great answers. All those was great answers with the new old you tell the new you. And that's one thing we have to think about right now with the old you. So that means that's like manners to grace. What would you tell your younger self? You could teach that to the younger kids to get to where y'all at. Y'all can visualize you and the kids, to like, look, you're gonna grow up faster than what I did with in a proper way. So that's actually beautiful. Now, Ms. Jalecia, 30 seconds. I want you to leave the world with some encouraging words.
Don't be afraid to stand out. Don't be afraid to do the right thing. You do not have to have a lot of friends. You do not have to be popular. Don't be afraid to stand out, because people will notice a person that's more stand out than they will than the ones in the crowd. You can't see the ones in the crowd because they in the crowd. But if you stand out, you'll get noticed quicker. You'll get noticed faster. So don't be afraid to stand out from the crowd. And also, you don't have to have so many friends. You don't have to have a lot of friends. I heard a person said, I would rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies. It's not about how much you have or how many friends you have, but it's how anointed you are. So don't worry about how many friends you have and, trying to fit in the crowd, but don't be afraid to stand out from the crowd. Just stand out from the crowd. That's my encouraging words to you all.
Don't be afraid to stand out. Mr. Alvin, get a word, some encouraging words.
Yeah, I would just like to encourage everyone to, come up with your plans or your ideas of what you want to be, and then set those goals, and then keep striving for those goals. So don't ever give up on your goals, even if you get any stumble blocks coming away. Don't ever give up on your goals, and just always continue to have faith and continue to put all your trust in the Lord, and everything is going to work out for you. So, and I would also encourage the world to, as I was talking about, doing a self-evaluation. Hold your own self accountable. We grow up in a time where it's easy to blame somebody for this, blame somebody for that. But you need to be pointing the finger to yourself, saying, what can I do better? How can I get better? What can I do to make myself better in this area? So don't blame nobody else. You need to point the finger at yourself and say, what can I do to do better in this area or do better in that area?
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it for yourself out the horse's mouth. Manners to grace from Miss Alicia and Mr. Alvin Richards. Your manners to grace. You heard it out your own mouth. Y'all make sure right now, before we get out of here, I need everybody right now to go follow Manners to Grace right now. Manners to Grace. Manners to Grace. Follow them right now. Also, you can email them right now at mannerstograce@gmail.com. Whatever it is y'all want to email them or inbox them, y'all can tell them good job, thank you for the encouragement. Whatever y'all, send them some type of message. Send them some type of message. Reach out to them. They taking on kids, children's. They taking on adults. They taking on any type of school environment, anything. They ready. They're ready. So y'all make sure y'all reach out to them. For me, I really learned a lot from Minister Grace. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Mr. Al, you taught me on doing a self-evaluation, you know, and listen to everything that y'all have to offer the world, you know, is great. So y'all two together, I really appreciate y'all. And once y'all keep y'all mind together, y'all gonna grow. And that's why I wanted y'all here tonight, to let the whole world know about Minister Grace. And I believe the business is gonna grow, and I believe people are gonna start reaching out to you. I definitely do. So I really appreciate y'all, you know, having the time tonight to tuning in one-on-one live, RaDeazy Herrin Drive. We definitely would love to get y'all back on here again, so we could tell the world about some of y'all achievements, some of y'all goals. We go back and replay this. When y'all start achieving them goals, we're gonna say, we right here. They told y'all live, this is what we're gonna do, this we're trying to do. So when y'all achieve it, we're gonna bring y'all back. I sure appreciate y'all tuning in with me tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Minister Grace, everybody. Yes, sir. I sure appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Bye-bye.
Yes, sir. Another episode of One-on-One Live, RaDeazy Herrin Drive. Look, right now, if you're watching, share this video for a chance to win a ticket to the All Last Matter Comedy Show, September the 5th. Make sure y'all share this video. Make sure y'all do that right now. September 5th, All Last Matter Comedy Show, Slidell, Louisiana. We're going to be in your city. You know, got some of the greatest comedians, RJ Evan, Abigail, T-Ray Bergeron, Ed Black, Funny Money Gutter, September 5th. Hey, I want y'all to make sure y'all be there, because we're going to have a good time. I know with all this going on, y'all couldn't wait. Y'all can't wait. And I also got advanced tickets. I got hard copies. So if you need a hard copy right now, you can actually inbox, or you can go get your advanced ticket at www.herrindriveentertainment.eventbrite.com. Yes. Hey, now, once again, thank y'all for tuning in One-on-One Live, RaDeazy Herrin Drive. We just had a fun time with Minister Grace. Y'all make sure y'all go inbox them, reach out to them. Make sure y'all share this video on the next episode live with One-on-One Live, RaDeazy Herrin Drive. Whoever share this video, somebody will be the winner. I really appreciate y'all. And next time, tune again, One-on-One Live, RaDeazy Herrin Drive. I love you.
Yeah. Hey. Let me paint this picture right quick.
You are now entering the land of
Yeah, I'm living in the fast lane with my stunner shades on, blocking out the vision of the hater straight face on. Love, live.